So I want to show a trick that I have to do when I start this machine up because it's sort of busted. So we walk around to the back of the machine, you turn it on with the big drum switch, and now if I open up the electrical cabinet, yeah, so I'm having the issue today. This, you know, it's all FANUC drives on the machine, except for this is the servo drive that manages the rotation of the turret. And so if you have a Doosan lathe, you probably have one of these. If you have a Doosan milling machine, you probably have the same servo drive for the tool changer. You might have multiple depending on the machine. Anyway, if it boots up and it says Pro 150, my machine has had this issue for over a year, and the turret doesn't work. There's an alarm state. You can't use the machine really. And I just discovered on a fluke that if I press this mode button until I get a different screen, then everything works and the machine is happy forever, no issues, no crashes. And so anyway, I just press it. You see how the 150 is blinking. So if I get the 150 blinking, I just hold it for a second, and this is the screen I want, the R0000 decimal. And now the machine will be happy and it'll run forever. And sometimes when I turn it on, it boots into that menu. A lot of times it boots into the Pro 150 for whatever reason, and when it's in that mode, it's like stuck in a boot up mode or something, and then the machine won't actually properly function. But I'll show you kind of what that looks like. So turn on the air to the machine, and if I turn on the machine control, so this will take a minute to boot up, but you see how right here it says 00? So that's a digital readout that tells you which of the 24 positions the turret is currently in. And so there's communication between the machine control and that servo drive, and you can actually see it in the system screen. There's zeros and ones that represent the current state of different bits and I/O, and you'll see that it can't really communicate with that, and it just always reads 0, but now says 02. So because it is communicating, it knows that this is tool block 2, which is toward the spindle, and so it can run and it can do turret changes and whatever. But when it's stuck in that other boot up mode, it just doesn't work. So I could buy a replacement servo drive for like 1,500 bucks on eBay, it seems like, and maybe that would fix it, or maybe there's another fix. But that fix that I've been doing, where I press the button when I boot it up, that gets me going and then it works. And at every tool change, there are sort of safety checks in the PMC ladder, so that if it were to fail during machining, which has never happened, but if it did, it would alarm out, I think, before you would get any turret motion again. So I don't think the machine can really crash itself. And they say, like with farmers' temporary fixes, if the temporary fix works, it becomes the permanent fix. So I've been doing this for a year and a half now without issue. And yeah, you can see jog mode. I can do the turret changes, but if I had left it in that other mode, the turret would not do turret changes. So hope that helps somebody. And if you have an idea of how to actually fix this for real, or what's wrong with my machine, please let me know in the comments. Thanks.